What's going on, folks? TJ Lauerman, aka That Sports Gamer here, head of Community 4 out of the Park Developments. And we are back with another edition of our Baseball America Prospects League update. No JJ tonight. Tonight I'm joined by Associate Editor at Baseball America, Josh Norris. Josh, how's it going?
Going well. TJ, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Got my Thunder hat on, so I'm ready to talk some minor league baseball. And if you guys want to follow Josh on Twitter, you can do that at jnorris427. And you can do that. You can go over to Baseball America as always. Check out his latest stuff over there. Yeah, as you guys know, we're doing the Baseball America Prospects League. These teams were all set up by the folks over at Baseball America. 30-man rosters. No, that's a complete lie. 26-man rosters of talent from each team's prospect pool. No draft picks from this year. And
No, I think we were done before that.
yeah, we started everything like right before the draft, maybe right after the draft. But yeah, we're currently up to June 8th in the league. So we've had some interesting stuff the last few weeks. We've seen the emergence of Carter Kieboom. He's now like MVP potential for this whole thing. I think he's leading in almost every offensive category now. And one of the interesting things about this league is we brought all these players into this league as they are right now. The idea was kind of to do, if they were going to do a big expanded Arizona, Florida fall league, these are the players that are playing right now. So if you're 18 with no experience, or you're 24 about to break into the major leagues, you're going to be playing against each other. So everybody's at the same line.
Yeah, I had a big hand in putting these rosters together with the idea that we might have an Arizona, Florida fall league come some point this summer. That's not looking realistic at this point. So
I'm
either,
feeling like a real major league might not really be super realistic at some point.
well, at least they're off there. They're off and running. Like, I don't know what's going to happen with the AFL and the FFL, but I'm not real optimistic about it. Like I said, it's more of a money issue at this point, from
Yeah.
what I hear.
Yeah, nobody really wants to spend money right now. So
No.
So let's take a look at the league standings. Last week, we saw that the Mariners started to run away in the AL West. And after the last 2 weeks that we've simmed, they're still 11 and a half games up on the A's. Also, the Orioles are now 42 and 23, 6 games up in the East over the Rays. I said A's and Rays. Yeah, all right. What else? What else? Nobody did crazy good in the last run, though the Twins did just finish, or are currently in a 7-game winning streak, which is keeping them a half game up on the Indians in the AL Central. The Indians are on a 6-game winning streak, so crazy stuff is happening over there. Any team in particular you want to talk about? By any
Here's
chance?
here's the guest of honor. Here's
Oh.
Max.
JJ's
Uh,
dog, who JJ has talked about in the streams, but I don't think we've ever actually seen him on stream, but there he is.
well, you're gonna see a lot of him now. I'm visiting him for the week, and he is as clingy as all heck. But he is not on any of the prospect league teams, so
Yeah, he might be. He might have snuck him in.
there he is. So we can talk about the Mariners, who I assume are, I can't really see the standings, but or the stats, but I don't know if Julio Rodriguez has a healthy wrist in this league, but that's
Yeah.
a guy who I would assume would be leading a Mariners prospect league team along with Jared Kelenic.
Yeah, I think we actually put. I think Julio actually was the odd man out on this roster. The outfield being Kyle Lewis, Jake Fraley, and Brandon Bishop, and DHing is Kelenic right now.
Oh, well, I mean, Kyle Lewis is obviously doing quite well in the majors for himself right now. He's hitting home runs off the Astros, getting close to graduating as a prospect. This guy who came back from a lot of injuries, always had a lot of tools, and now is hitting the ball real hard, real often. I'm glad you cannot see what this dog is doing right now.
Yeah, so in the game, Kyle Lewis so far has 7 home runs, 38 RBIs. He's hitting 272 with a 379 on base and 451 slugging. So he's doing his thing down there. Also, Jake Fraley's got 14 home runs.
That's a real intriguing guy they got from the Rays in trade, and kind of wanted him for his power, and he's clearly showing it in this league.
Yeah, he's showing his power, but only a 258 average and a 308 on base. But 14 home runs is going to help.
Yeah, I can't believe we're living in a world where Julio Rodriguez is an odd man out. Goodness, that's sacrilegious.
Yeah, and Kelenic has 11 home runs, 44 RBIs, 250, 341, 458 triple slash. So.
Well, that's more like it. That guy's going to be a stud too. Yeah. That guy's he's got the talent. He's uber competitive. He's reminds me kind of like as far as his demeanor, like a Paul O'Neill back in the day when he would, trash water coolers or just gonna be real hard on himself.
Definitely don't want to get in his way.
That's a guy who wants to win and wants to win at all costs, which is, you're not knocking him. That's a great thing to have.
Yeah, and their rotation is also spectacular. Justice Sheffield's 9-2 with a 2.63 ERA. Logan Gilbert's 7-2 with a 2.14 ERA. Justin Dunn 7-1 with a 3.33 ERA. And Wyatt Mills has already racked up 20 saves for him. So,
dang, I mean, those guys in real life, they're starting to get really good at developing pitching. Pitching coordinator by the name of Max Wiener, and they've really found a way to add velocity to guys over the past couple years. And you've got like Reggie McClain gained, I think, 5 or 6 miles an hour on his fastball and got claimed by the Phillies this offseason. But you're taking guys who were kind of afterthoughts, adding some fastball to them and turning them into major leaguers. And I guess that it's paying off in the virtual world too.
Yep. Another team I wanted to look at was the Orioles, because they're doing pretty good, at least in the Baseball America Prospects League. Maybe not so great in real life, though. I mean,
well, they're not doing anything right now because they're in the middle of that whole Marlins quarantine mess.
Yeah, I think the Yankees are going to go there to play.
The Yankees are going to play them tomorrow, I want to say, in Camden. So it's we all know that's a giant mess right now.
Yeah.
But this is the virtual world where coronavirus doesn't exist.
Yeah. So you can do whatever you want in there.
I assume that league is that group is being led a little bit by Adley Rutschman.
He's playing all right. 5 home runs with a 261 average, 342 on base. The real standouts so far have been Yusniel Diaz hitting 270 with 18 home runs, Mountcastle's hitting 295 with 15 home runs, and actually Austin Hayes is hitting 315 with 17 home runs.
I'm getting the vibe here that the guys who are older do well in this league.
Yeah, that's what we've really been noticing, that the guys that are like knocking on the door, just they're a little bit more established and they have like the extra tool that they're going to need to get them into the majors.
Yeah, the 3 or 4 the AAA or AA guys, the 4A guys who are on the cusp. Yeah, those guys are all real prospects. I mean, Hayes has been in the major leagues. He had that one outstanding year in the minors and then dealt with injuries. But he's back. Mountcastle should be there anytime soon. Diaz, that centerpiece of the Machado trade a couple years ago. He has all the tools in the world. Now he just needs to put them together. Who's leading the way on the mound for these guys?
Michael Bauman's pitching pretty good, 5-3 with a 2.84 ERA. Dean Kramer 7-1 with a 2.76 ERA, and Keegan Atkins 7-2 with a 2.73 ERA. They're all pitching good. Even DJ Hall 6-5, but a 2.89 ERA.
DL Hall is a stud. Like that. I mean, there's a young guy apparently who's having success in this league. He's got really outstanding stuff. I don't think he gets talked about enough in terms of like the better prospects in the game. Even though I think he's top 50 on our list somewhere. I think he's at 50 on the nose right now, but he's got command issues or had them. I don't know if he's able to develop himself anymore over the course of all this madness, but the stuff is legit. And when he throws strikes with it, you're not going to touch it. I saw him take apart Luis Robert in Winston-Salem when that guy was hitting 400. And he just, took him apart like he was an org player. It was really impressive.
It's funny. I was actually watching the White Sox game earlier today. I cannot get used to calling him Luis Robert. I'm just going to call him Robert all the time. I don't know why.
What about, you can call him La Pantera, you can call him Lou Bob, you can call him Rookie of the Year, probably.
Probably.
Oh, Kyle Lewis might have something to say about that.
Yeah. DL Hall actually still having a little bit of control issues. He's got 4.3 walks per 9 here, but 8.8 Ks per 9, so.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It sounds like DL Hall.
Yeah, 125 whip, 269 BAPIP, so pitching good. He's just not getting the wins like all the other guys are.
Those are upper level guys who might not have as high as a ceiling as DL Hall, but those are all going to be major leaguers.
Let's see who's struggling. The Angels. Angels are struggling mightily. Currently 23 and 42. We might have to do some stuff to this lineup because Jordan Adams hitting 205.
Yeah, that would make sense given his age and lack of experience.
And then we got Deshaun Knowles hitting $164. So he's probably gonna have to come
Same idea. Younger, lower level guy.
228 on base, so that's not helping. Also Jose Bonilla. They got a lot of really young guys. And
how is Joe Adell doing?
Joe Adell's doing pretty good. 275, 369 on base, 7 home runs, 32 RBI. Not a lot of guys there for him to drive in.
Yeah. What about Brandon Marsh?
Brandon Marsh hitting 242 with 333 on base, 10 home runs, 29 RBIs.
Brandon Marsh, who looks like he could enter and win a Jason Worth impersonation contest.
Definitely could.
They look exactly the same.
Let's see. Who else did you want to talk about? I just had somebody in mind. Let's go see the White Sox. Because they got a lot of guys. And after watching today's game,
do.
They should be pretty good. Luis Robert, 306, 388, 533. 14 home runs, 5 doubles. 6 doubles, 5 triples, and 41 RBIs. So he's kind of...
How many homers?
14.
Yeah, that sounds about right for the big cat.
And we're only in June, so he's on pace for 34, so...
Yeah, he's going to be a monster.
He'll do pretty well.
Be an absolute monster with Eloy Jimenez and maybe one day Noah Mazzara when he gets off the DL. Jose Abreu. How's Nick Madrigal doing?
Nick Madrigal, 268, 344 on base, 373 slugging. Not a whole lot of power coming at him.
That's about right. He had 1 home run last year, I think, and it was in AAA with the juiced ball, and it was still an inside the park home run.
I was gonna say, was it inside the park home run?
It absolutely was.
Also, Michael Kopeck, 10-3 with a 2.59 ERA. May have opted out of the real season, but he's here in the BAPL.
Yeah, he's going to be a prospect again next year, which will make, I believe, 8 seasons in a row. But Texas fireballer who can bring it, and he was really good in 2018. Then had the surgery in 2019, and was poised to break, to reestablish himself this year. But a lot of things were poised to happen this year that didn't.
Yeah, definitely. The chat wanted to know the Nick Madrigal strikeout count. Through 308 plate appearances, he has struck out 10 times.
That seems like a little much for him.
He might have, by the end of the season, he might end up with more stolen bases than strikeouts because he's already got 8 stolen bases.
Does that take into account looking or swinging at all?
I don't believe so. I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Alex, make sure Alex in the chat, one of our support guys, kind of a do-everything guy. I like to just send him little tips throughout the stream. So, Alex, let's look into getting looking for swinging strikeouts.
I was just curious because that guy doesn't swing and miss at anything. Okay, and you could throw a baseball 200 miles an hour. He's going to make contact.
Let's see what else. Anybody else doing crazy stuff here for them? No. Some of their pitchers having some huge ERAs.
I'm gonna guess Matthew Thompson and Andrew Dalquist aren't doing so hot.
Yeah, both over 8.
Yeah, because they both have like 2 or 3 innings professionally to their name, so they're young pups.
Let's see. Let's go take a look at some of the league leaders. Let's see how they're doing. I know last time we checked in, the National League was pretty much all Carter Kieboom. And he's pretty much still there. Ibandel Isabel up to 19 home runs. So he's tied for the league lead.
The Reds have 2 guys in their organization nicknamed the Punisher.
I mean, hey, I don't know how you pull that off. And what are you going to do on Players Weekend?
Punisher 1, Punisher 2, Punisher Senior and Junior, but they both earn it. I mean, they both hit the ball 1,000 miles.
Yeah. Let's check out Isabel real quick, because with his hitting the ball 1,000 miles, he's also got 104 strikeouts already so far. So
sounds about right.
We're doing pretty good there. 303 on base sounds kind of high for him. But actually, it looks like he was 307, 304 in real season. So yeah, right on par, I guess. But yeah, Carter Kieboom, 403, leading in with a 403 average, leading with 487 on base, 723 slugging. Obviously, that gives him 1,210 on base plus slugging, so he's also leading in that. 6.1 WAR, leading in hits with 102.
Is this Isabel?
No, this is Carter Kieboom.
Oh, I was gonna say what?
No, Isabel's hitting 220. He does have a 1.4 WAR, so.
Yeah, Kieboom, I mean, he's about to graduate from the world of prospects here in a couple weeks, assuming he's going to have a few days off.
Yeah. Has he?
This whole kerfuffle.
Has he made his debut? I know he didn't start opening day.
Yeah. He made his debut last year.
I mean, I meant for this season, because he was supposed to be the starting. He's the starting third baseman, but they're still kind of doing splits with him, so.
But, now they have a while off. I think they have, they play till Monday.
Yeah,
they're supposed to play the Marlins, and obviously the Marlins are on the shelf.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll have to see what happens with all of that. A lot of stuff going on in real baseball.
Yeah, I do not envy the job of a MLB executive right now.
Or the people that have to figure out these schedules that are probably pulling their hair out.
Oh no, I mean I hope it's as easy as the minor leagues, where most of it's done by the people at Johns Hopkins. You just kind of feed stuff from the computer. But with the minor leagues this year, you're not going to know who's in what leagues and how many teams there are until time to be determined. So you're not going to know your schedule until that's settled. So it's all hanging on the balance right now.
Yeah.
Normally, right now, you'd have your schedule. You'd have had your schedule months ago for the next season. But since it's all going to be in lottery balls at this point, about who's in what leagues and who's what classification and blah, blah, blah. I think nobody can really know.
I think MLB actually put out their schedule for next year already.
Yes, they did. They did before opening day.
Seems a little premature, but...
Mm-hmm.
Also in the NL, Christian Posh leading the league with 22 doubles.
Good for Christian.
Tied with Waters and Brendan Rodgers. So.
Well, Christian, I mean, if he's getting 22 doubles, and defense is somehow accounted for in this league, he should be, in an MVP conversation, because he's going to play outstanding center field.
Yeah, right now he's got 3.4 WAR, 6 triples, hitting 301, 353 on base, 462 slugging, actually. Surprised he's slugging that's high. Well, I guess all those doubles help him out. On the American League side, let's see if there's anything big over there. Jorge Mateo hitting 333. We still have to change teams for Jorge Mateo. He's still on the A's in this.
I was going to say, I hope he's not on the Yankees in that. I hope I didn't screw that up.
Oh, no.
That'd be quite a time lapse.
But kind of speaking of the Yankees, Jeter Downs, 19 home runs.
Good for G. I mean, I like that guy a lot. He had a really loud year last year, and I thought that was a really good pickup by the Red Sox. It was a stunning performance by Jeter at a couple levels. He's on the back of our top 100, but that's a guy who's going to hopefully play middle infield and be an offensive kind of player. So I'm not surprised to see him doing pretty well in this league, considering he had some upper level time at the end of the year.
Yeah, they were actually streaming the alternate site sim game they were playing today.
Yeah.
I think he hit a home run, and so the problem with the alternate site is they don't have enough players to have 2 full teams.
Right.
So they just didn't have a left fielder, and he almost tracked down a fly ball from shortstop. But
nice.
They gave him the out anyway, even though he missed it.
Funny story. I remember I was at Reds Instructional League back in the day, and their stadium has a giant batter's eye in center field. So it's 400 something in center field, and then you probably have to clear 40 feet to hit it. So the batter's eye guy, I forget who it was, hits the batter's eye, and you can hear Eric Davis, who's watching the game, didn't clear the fence, you got to keep running. So in Eric's mind, you have to clear the fence and the batter's eye for that to be a home run.
Hey, I mean, there's been weirder things in Major League stadiums, right? So.
Well, I mean, you when you have Eric Davis, and I think Barry Larkin was next to him, just kind of watching your game, it was, wow, this is really cool, and he is a bit of a hardo for the rules in an instructional league game.
Actually, I'm surprised. Actually, Austin Hayes, who we were talking about earlier, leading the league with 56 RBIs, 606 slugging,
Oh,
976 on OPS, and a 4 WAR.
and that makes sense. The dude has big league time and a lot of upper level time. It sounds like he would beat up on some of these younger guys, especially if you're facing like the Yankees with like a ton of, I imagine, young talent. I say imagine. I put these rosters together. A lot of young talent. Not a whole lot of upper level guys outside of Clark Schmidt and Debbie Garcia, but you're gonna have Luis Heel, Luis Medina, Alexander Vizcaino, Roansy Contreras, who I assume are all in there somewhere, and a guy like Austin Hayes in this type of scenario is going to beat up on those guys. I don't know how it would work in the real world, but
And keeping up with another one of our trackers, Nick Heath, 25 stolen bases so far.
oh man, that guy's so fun. He just got called up to the big leagues today. That guy is so fast. I saw him in the fall league. What are you doing here, buddy? Oh, hi again, Max. I saw him 1 year in the AFL. He kept getting picked off and then still stealing it.
Hey, if you got the speed, you can use it.
Can run.
And obviously behind him, in second place, is Khalil Lee with 22 stolen bases. So
Another speed demon, and he's super talented too. He kind of gets lost in that Royals system that's built a lot on college heavy pitching. Asa Lacy, Daniel Lynch, Brady Singer, Jackson Kowar, Austin Cox. I'm missing one guy, Jonathan Bolin, who are all college age pitchers who should figure in the big leagues at some point. And they should. I kind of flash forward to a couple years from now when the Tigers and the Royals are playing each other, and I want to take a screenshot of this dog action for JJ, but you're gonna have the Royals young guys facing the Tigers young guys with Manning and Mize and Scooble and Faedo, all those guys who are gonna do battle in division play for years to come. It's gonna be really, really fun in that division, I think.
yeah,
Just like nothing of the rest of the teams.
I actually just pulled up the Royals team stats. Brady Singer pitching pretty good. He's got a 3.34 ERA and a 1.18 WHIP. The only problem is, I guess guys aren't scoring for him because he's 3-9.
That would make sense because their offense did very little last year. Their best offensive prospect last year, Kyle Isbell, are one of them. He was performing, then got hurt, and kind of didn't have his timing when he got back, so the numbers are skewed. But the rest of their guys at high class A didn't really perform at all. So I can understand in this league that they might have trouble scoring for their cavalcade of pitchers.
Yeah. Actually, Jackson Kowers, I think he was 8-3, 9-3. Yeah, 8-3 with a 245 earned run average. And in his last game, he went 8 innings, gave up 5 hits, 1 earned run, and struck out 9. So he's been.
Do you have who is a game high for strikeouts in this whole league? Anybody strike out like 19 guys or something?
That I don't know. Alex, what is the fastest way to look that up? I know that there's a way to look that up. Let's see. It's in here. We'll find it.
Okay.
But we also are going to do a giveaway in a second.
Ooh, what are we giving? Oh, wait, yeah, what are we giving away?
We're giving away a 1-month subscription to Baseball America, assuming I can get this giveaway thing to work.
Okay. What's a good month to give it away? We have we just put up our mid-season top 30s for all of our all the organizations. Mostly it's just adding the draft picks. There's been some guys that got injured. We moved them down. Mitch Keller graduated from the World of Prospects the day before we dropped them. So the Pirates have a new prospect, or the new number 1 prospect. And there's been some manipulation at the back based on guys who got surprise inclusions in the player pool, things like that. So a guy with the Cubs like Christopher Morel got included in the player pool, even though he ranked lower on the list, and I did that list. So it was kind of surprising because there's a lot of high-end guys, a lot of talented guys who are not going to get development this year. but they chose him as one of them who will, and kind of tells you something about him, I think. Also, it helps that he's Rule 5 eligible at the end of the year, and you need to evaluate him at some point. He was also injured for half the year last year. But, we moved some guys up, down, side to side on based on the amount of new information that we could get in the kind of weird, disjointed season that we have. And disjointed is even doing it as a service. It stopped before it even got off the tracks.
So if you want to enter to win a copy, win a month subscription to Baseball America, type !ticket in the chat. And because Alex is the best, he has figured out how to get us the records. These are pitching strikeouts. That's batting strikeouts. And nope, Alex, this is not the right place. Unless I'm looking in the wrong spot. Alright. Where are we here? Single game. Pitching records. Oh, Brendan McKay still pitching great. And 7 home runs.
Excuse me? Did you say someone hit 7 home runs in a game?
No, I was just looking at Brendan McKay's stats real quick.
Oh, I was going to say, wow.
Single season pitching. Single. I'm losing my mind.
So that's okay. That's understandable in this year.
Yeah, I don't know how to find just this year's. I'll tell you what, no one's had more than 16, though.
No one's had more than 16?
Yeah. No one's had at least 16. Because
who's had 16?
I see real 16 strikeout games from real life from 2001, but not the ones from the season. So no one was that high. We should have had Alex clear the record before. That's why. Alex.
Sorry to ask you so many unanswerable questions.
I mean, I'm sure it's in here still somewhere. But that's the best part and worst part about Out of the Park Baseball. You can do literally anything. And the worst part is also you can do literally anything.
I'll be honest. Like, I looked at it and I just kind of was like, oh man, there's too many things to do. It's like going to like Golden Corral. Like, you just get like lost in all the foodstuffs and then starve to death trying to pick something. It's like the camel with 2 equidistant bales of hay. You're just gonna wait so long to pick one, you'll starve to death.
But then you just spend their whole day at the soft serve ice cream and you're good.
Yes.
I guess we didn't clear that out. All right.
Good boy.
Weird. Let's just blame this on Alex.
You can blame it on me. It's fine. I'm pinch hitting for JJ. This doesn't happen when JJ's here.
We do have. There was a game where Cal Mitchell hit 3 home runs.
Oh, good for Cal. He's a good little player.
Okay, well, we got some good stuff.
And that's impressive too, because I think that's mostly a guy with lower level experience.
We also have Dom Nunez for Colorado, hit for the cycle.
Ooh, and that's a catcher.
Hey, he's got a little.
Got a little Benji Molina.
Yeah, I was gonna say pick your Molina.
But Benji did it. Right. Benji, one of the slowest men in baseball, hit it for the cycle.
All right, so we're going Baseball America. Reports and info. Game performance rankings. Okay. We had, I assume this is the best one. We had Tony Gonsolin strike out 14, and also Dean Creamer also struck out 14.
Couple guys, upper level experience. Gonsolin, I think, is in the big leagues, or should be.
Or he's right there. Yeah,
he's been in the big leagues. Kremer is a a guy who led the minor leagues in strikeouts a couple of years ago. So it wouldn't be surprising that he's a whiff machine in this game.
And then right behind them with 13 are both Nate Pearson and Scooble. So
that's believable. Yeah, Pearson's going to make his big league debut tomorrow against Max Scherzer. So that should be a fun game to watch. I hope I can watch it, but seeing as I live in Raleigh, North Carolina, we are blacked out of the Nationals. So unless that's on some sort of national game, I'm probably going to miss that one. That's a realization I've just. This is the Ralph Wiggum moment where you could see his heart break.
You see his heart ripping out
in real time as the light bulb went on, and I realized I'm going to miss Nate Pearson, who I regard as the best pitching prospect in the game, making his big league debut against a guy I regard as one of the best pitchers in the game, in Max Scherzer. That's a hot take, I know, but I'll catch the highlights at some point.
Let's see. Yeah, that was the best pitching score. Or no, Kopeck had a better pitching score. Oh, right. Kopeck threw a perfect game. Forgot about that.
Oh.
I knew we talked about a good game at some point.
Kopeck threw a perfect game. Good for him. I would opt out after that. Leave it on a high note.
It looks like McKay had a 2-hitter at some point. Oh, he actually had a 2-hitter 2 days ago in this simulation. 2-hitter with 11 Ks.
So. An upper level. Yeah, if I had known this, I would have stacked every team with super upper level guys.
Well, that wouldn't have been fun though. That wouldn't have been realistic.
No.
Who had the best batters game? The Cal Mitchell
4 home run games.
No, the most has been Cal Mitchell with the 3. Let's see. What? That was a weird game. Luke Baker, big boy, big power. Let's see what he did here. He went 3 for 3 in a game. What did he do in this game though? 3 for 3 with a double and 2 home runs, and they also walked him 5 times. So,
that's a long game.
It ended up going 14 innings. Let's see. They both scored a run in the 13th. Then in the 14th, the Cardinals scored 5 runs, and the Braves could only come back with 2 runs in the bottom of the 14th. So
I think the cardboard cutouts of that game were probably getting restless.
Yeah, they were probably a little tired. Why'd it have to be against my Braves too?
They were feeling a little flat by the end. Sorry. Sorry.
I gotta check out the prices because I want to get one of those. I think. Do you get the cardboard cutout at the end? That was the question from my wife. I said I want to do this. I know it's stupid, but if I can find it for cheap, I want to do it. But her question was like, "Do you get the cutout at the end?"
Well,
I would hope so.
I thought it was fun. We've had it a couple of times already. What I wanted to see was one of these cardboard cutouts get decapitated by a foul ball or a home run or something. There's one fan that happened to I think it was in Citi Field.
I think it was Citi Field, yeah.
Yeah, well, it happened twice, I think. It was one human and one dog.
Yes, I saw the dog.
McNeil, Jeff McNeil's dog got hit. But, this is the thing that's only funny if it's, obviously cardboard cutouts. But that was like, just get rid of the extended netting for the year and just let all havoc break loose. But if you follow me on Twitter, I've been obsessed with Manny Machado's dog behind home plate. Because it's this husky dog named Kobe, and he's got this look on his face like he's judging you. It's great. It's a stern, judgmental-looking husky staring back at you for 9 innings. It's beautiful.
I still think the best part, the best one that I've seen so far, obviously, Chipper Jones and his son Shea sitting in Citi Field. I hope those cutouts are still there, even when it's not an ESPN game that Chipper Jones is covering.
I want these things to stay around next year. Obviously, a lot of these teams don't fill their stadiums every game, so why not, put some cutouts in the stands? You come to a game, a real person comes to a game, you see your seatmate as a cutout of who knows what. I think the A's have some bears in the stands, which is kind of cool. I mean, this is all madness. Someone made the point that at some point someone's going to ruin it by doing a shirt that's marketing for something or whatever.
I mean, you would hope the people doing it would not let that happen. But
you would hope a lot of things.
Because I assume they just send in the picture, right? And then they get it approved and print it out?
I guess. I'm wondering, like, who the poor team staffers are. Like, yeah, I've got 400 cutouts I need to be picked up. And just have to get this van full of 400 cutouts. Like, well, I'm going to put 2 or 3 up in the front so I can drive in the carpool lane.
That's good thinking.
You're going to keep going.
Yeah, those things look like they're pretty sturdy, too, so...
Well, not if you're the dog and the guy who got hit by the foul balls.
And that dog was, like, one of 3 seats that were taken in that whole area, which was kind of weird.
I like that. Like, there are, I guess, in Chicago, you can still watch the Wrigleyville rooftops. And so there are actual fans, more or less, at these games.
And what was funny is, before Toronto even told them stay the hell out of here, I heard they were like covering up the windows to the hotel because if they had games, they didn't want people going to the hotel just to watch the games. I guess.
Well, I mean, also, the Blue Jays look real smart right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they still wanted to play in Toronto, but it was Toronto that told them no. So.
I mean, yeah, someone looked smart for not wanting, because they were going to have the Marlins at some point come fresh from COVID stew in Miami.
But also, didn't they have a bunch of players tested positive, like right before it was time to start going? I thought they were like...
I cannot confirm or deny that.
Yeah.
I know the Royals had Hunter Dozier. I think someone else too. Obviously the Nats had Juan Soto. There's been too many guys. Too many guys.
Yeah, Captain Tennille. I think the season ticket holders get first dibs on.
Did you say Captain Tennille?
That's what his Twitch handle is.
Oh, okay. I can't see the chat. So wait a minute. What? I thought you just called me Captain Tennille. Hey. Like, what a weird nickname. I'll take it though.
Why not? It works.
Yeah.
I think for tonight's stream, we'll watch a Royals and Yankees game, so that we can see Jackson Kowar, who we talked about earlier, and Clark Schmidt go for the Yankees.
Ooh, that's a good matchup. I'd pay to go see that matchup. That won't happen in real life because, well, I don't know, in real life, because those two teams don't have any affiliates that face each other.
Yeah. Plus, I'm wearing my Thunder hat.
That's not true.
That works.
South Atlantic League, they could have done that.
So what do we got here? We got for the Royals, Nick Heath in center, Khalil Lee in right, Kelvin Gutierrez at third, Brewer Hicklin at DH, MJ.
Who's in left?
Left is Kyle Isbell.
Yeah, my
left
boy.
Batting seventh. MJ Melendez behind the plate. Jason Guzman. That's the thing with this league. I've learned a lot of new spellings of names recently. Bobby Witt Jr. hitting 8th. Nick Pratto at first hitting 9th. Jackson Kowar on the mound. I just saw someone got called up or signed today whose name is TJ, but it's actually the joke that I always made that it was Tejay, I think.
Oh, TJ Antone. He pitched out of the bullpen last night.
Oh, yeah.
Big league debut, struck out 5 guys.
Yeah. Oh, I must have. You know what I saw it? I saw it on the Cespedes Family Barbecue Twitter account. They've been calling out everybody that makes their MLB debut.
Because, I mean, this has got to be the most big league debuts in the first 4 or whatever 5 games it is since, 1869? I mean, since baseball began and everyone was making their debut on the same day. And this is insane. And it's exactly what I thought was going to happen, which you're going to have and if they are going to start the Marlins up and they have to bring a bunch of guys up from the alternate side, you're going to have a lot of big league debuts at once.
Or are they just going to sign a bunch of people that got released by other teams and just be like, here, go?
But they've got like 4 of them already. They claimed Josh D. Smith, Justin Schaefer, and I think Mike Marin. All three of those guys.
Don't they also have Josh A. Smith so that they have a whole collection they're working on?
Oh, I think there was a game where they both pitched. I remember, it was a Trenton game back in the day, and I'm fairly certain it was Caleb Smith followed by Alex Smith followed by Josh Smith.
Hey, would have only been better if they had a no-hitter.
It would have. That was almost as good as the same game. I think 2 or 3 guys named Ryan pitched. It's like, okay, all of you at once.
All right, for the Yankees, we've got leading off Oswaldo Peraza at short.
Oswald Peraza.
Oswald. That's right.
Yep.
So many names. Oh, you know why? I got confused. Because we have Estevan Florial in center, and then we have Oswaldo Cabrera at third.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Gittens at first. Josh Smith at DH. Ezekiel Duran at second. Kanan Smith.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Could have been Kanan.
That's a lot of Smiths we got.
Who else we got here? Antonio Cabello in left. Anthony Ziegler behind the plate. Siegler?
Ziegler.
Jamie Lynn's brother, probably. And Clark Schmidt on the mound.
That is a very young team behind Clark Schmidt.
Hey, maybe he'll get lucky. I mean, Florial's 22. Chris Kitchen's 26.
But he's never played above high A. It's Florial, that is. Gittens has.
Yeah, Gittens is 26.
Yeah,
he might be... There's an outside chance. He's one of the oldest in this league.
Hard-hitting Chris Gittens.
Yeah, probably is one of the oldest. Hopefully the game sounds not too loud. I don't think it is. But yeah, you were you wrote about the Trenton Thunder for a while.
6 years after I graduated college, I moved to New Jersey. Why did I move to New Jersey? Because they hired me.
It's also the most beautiful state in America, obviously.
Okay. Anyhow, I spent a year doing copy editing solely, and then moved to the Thunder Beat for 6 years, and then got hired here. So I've got citizenship in the Northeast, the South, and the West, because I'm Oregonian by birth. Well, not by birth. I was born in Connecticut, raised in Oregon.
So you've been all over the map.
I have been all over except the Midwest.
It doesn't seem like there's a lot out there, based on maps and pictures I've seen.
Don't tell that to the Royals who are playing right now.
I think they might know. Though I think, what were they saying? That Pat Mahomes became like part of their ownership?
He did, and I think the headline is Chief Executive.
Interesting.
Did a lot of headline writing too, so I'm very proud of that pun.
I wonder if he'll show up at spring training next year. Assuming we have spring training next year.
Oh, you're as pessimistic as me. We got the full year before we have the possible labor stoppage, so in theory, if we get a vaccine, we should have a normal year next year.
We just have to get a vaccine. Easy.
Oh, yeah.
So we got KC drove in one in the top of the first. Our conversation much better than the game. I think we've had a run score in the first inning of every game we've had this year. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Trenton, that's like South Jersey, which is pretty much Philly. So.
Okay, so there's always. Are you in Jersey right now?
Yeah, Northeast New Jersey, Bergen County.
Okay, so are the belief that there's only a North and South and there's no Central Jersey?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I don't. I mean, I have no strong opinion on that. But I know it was an actual debate. I know there's a Taylor ham pork roll debate, and I just know I don't care what you call it. I'm not eating it.
I'll tell you what, I prefer sausage on my breakfast sandwich. So, both, not a big fan of either. Though I do have my Trenton pork roll hat somewhere. So.
Ooh. So where in New Jersey are you?
I'm in Teaneck.
Okay.
So essentially, you take the George Washington Bridge, you end up here.
I was obviously in Trenton. I lived in 4 spots in there. I lived in Levittown, PA, Bensalem, PA, Princeton, New Jersey, and Ewing, New Jersey.
The home of the College of New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, and I lived, when I was in Princeton, I mean, it was Princeton, but I was, walking distance from Ryder, so it was technically in Lawrenceville. Well, Princeton, zip code, really Lawrenceville. Either way, not a bad place. You're right down the street from Lawrenceville, where notably John Stewart, I believe, played soccer. And the Blue Jays farm director also played baseball there. And then you go down. I've spent one term at Rider because in my final quarter at the University of Oregon, I needed to get a 50% in economics, and I did not do that. Not even close. I hit 300, to put it that way.
Hey,
and I tried.
in some places, hitting 300 will get you into the Hall of Fame.
Here, it'll get you into Rider.
Hey, just in case I'm not wrong, I think Rich, our chief marketing officer, went to Rider.
No, that's not a down Rider at all. It's just to say that you don't want to finish your college career with one class after anywhere. You want to finish all your college at one spot, I would assume, and not have to start your professional career while finishing up your college degree. It was an 8 a.m. class after a 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. shift. That was a fun first few months.
That doesn't sound like a great time.
Correct. Sounds exactly as bad as it was.
Though, I mean, when you were covering the Thunder, they probably had a lot of guys coming through there at that time, right?
Sure did.
I guess that's just par for the course for all Yankees minor league affiliates from the last 20, 30 years.
Not really, but they bought a lot of their guys. But
they ended up having a lot of guys getting traded away.
Austin Jackson was there a lot. Was in the early going. Jesus Montero was there briefly. I think we got 9 home games with him before he broke his hand or something. Austin Romine was there. Ivan Nova pitched there. Gary Sanchez. I think he got promoted to the Thunder like 2 weeks after I got hired by Baseball America. I don't think I saw him there until I came back next year to do a dual story on Mookie Betts when Portland played there. Shane Green was there. Mark Melanson, Zach McAllister. I'm missing one. David Robertson. You blink and you missed him.
It's funny because almost all of those names, most people would not think of Yankee jersey. The first image that comes in their mind of most of them.
I remember the first game I went there was I bought a ticket, and because I hadn't been put on the beat yet, it was a Phil Hughes rehab start, and Brian Cashman and Omar Minaya were both there. Wow, this is the big time, baby. I love the Thunder and Arm & Hammer Park and all that. I was supposed to have been there 2 weeks ago, maybe a week. What day is it? Oh, this past weekend, actually. In a real world, I would have been just coming home from there this couple days ago.
Yeah, so Rich, our CMO, lives pretty close to there. Like, they go to a bunch of games every year. We go out there to do stuff. We'll have a table, or we'll go on and do some of the radio call and stuff like that. I think.
Yeah, I know that they're big with OOTP.
Yeah, I think we sponsor something. We sponsor the Scorebug or something.
Yes, that's right.
So we're deeply entrenched with the Trenton Thunder.
How's the game going?
So far, pitcher's duel. We're going to the top of the 5th. 1-0 KC. Both teams have 1 hit. I'm going to assume.
Yeah, that sounds about right, given the lineups we've talked about. Yeah, and the quality of the pitching.
Hicklin hit a double.
Okay.
And then scored somehow.
That's a sneaky good player. Who's got the hit for the...
Oh, no, somebody must have... This would be a lot easier if I just looked at the game log. So what happened was... Ground out. Kelvin Gutierrez walked, advanced to second on a wild pitch, and Hicklin drove him in. That's what happened.
Who's got the hit for the Yankees?
That would be Josh Smith.
Yep, the LSU college pedigree guy. Makes sense. He would do well against Jackson Kowar, the Florida guy.
Kowar's got 6 Ks so far. So both pitching well.
Nice.
and Schmidt just got his third K.
That's interesting. You can see these things happen in real time.
Yeah, it's a couple years ago, I think it was 2016, 2017. Pretty much when we took over the marketing is when we had them switch to more of the 3D gameplay that you see now. It used to be, I don't know, the best way I could always describe it was, if you remember in 8 Men Out, when they show the people in the room and they're just like moving the stuff on the board. That's kind of how I always felt this game looked. But now we have beautiful 3D gameplay.
I'm going to embarrass myself here. I don't watch movies, like, almost ever. I think I've seen 8 Men Out, but it was probably 20 years ago.
Then you know what I'm talking about. If you've ever seen what people joining together to watch a baseball game when there wasn't TV, and they're just going off like ticker tape.
Oh, okay.
That's what OOTP used to look like.
Okay.
But now, beautiful 3D graphics, beautifully rendered Yankee Stadium. Actually, and if you go into our forums on forums.ootpdevelopments.com, they have amazing creators out there that have created like all the stadiums throughout history to put in the game.
Nice.
It's unbelievable. Nick Heath has driven 2 balls quite deep.
Has he stolen any bases?
Hasn't gotten on. He's flown out twice.
He's the only guy in baseball I think could steal a base without touching the ball. He could steal first. That guy's incredible.
Well, if they add that, look, if we're just adding wonky rules in all the time, if you can steal on a pass ball, he might do it.
Look, I don't understand the outrage over that particular rule when we've already got the drop third strike rule. That makes as much sense.
Yes.
That's one of those rules I don't quite get the outrage over, outside of the sense that people like to complain about new things. We already have the drop third strike rule that has swung a World Series in the past, and I still, for the life of me, don't understand how that particular rule came into play.
Yankees on the board. Kanan Smith, 358-foot home run to tie it up.
Oh man, I saw him hit a home run last year that it sounded like it was shot out of a shotgun. Just bam, and it saved us from extra innings. It was in Greensboro, and probably was, if there's not a building in the way, it probably goes 450. Just murdered it. That's what he does when he makes hard contact.
That's the thing I've actually liked the most about not having fans at the games, is that you hear everything so much better. And like I was watching the it was White Sox Indians earlier today, and I had my head down on my laptop because working very hard, and like you just knew, Lindor hits the ball, it's a home run. You can just hear it. It's not even a question. Barely had to even look up. You just knew it was going to be.
Someone on Twitter made the suggestion that you should mic up the players. I was like, do you think the league has the amount of money for the FCC fines?
Yeah. Well, I had heard. I don't know if it's true, but that's partially the reason they started pumping in the fake noise, was to try to cover up some of that.
Oh no! Early on, even before that, I was thinking about like what will happen if we have like a college basketball season where there's no fans in the stands. So you're inside, and all you're hearing is squeaking and whistles and swearing. I don't know if that's what you want.
I mean, you're gonna have that in the NBA anyway.
Yeah.
And you don't know what those guys are gonna be saying to each other. It might be even worse. Yeah, I think
squeaking and whistles and swearing is just not ideal.
I think they were even talking about tape delaying, tape delaying, whatever it is. Like having the delay on the major league games, just in case.
No, it's like you're offering the censor button, the 5-second delay.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed in the first week, I don't know if this is a my TV problem, but it'll be like, that pitches in, crack, crack. You hear 2 cracks of the bat somehow. And I don't know if that's the audio having issues on whatever network I was watching on, or if it's just my TV being my TV.
Or it seems like some of them are actually just miking up home differently and getting weird sounds. So like in that Indians game, and I think we even saw it in the playoffs last year, I felt like every time the ball hit the catcher's mitt or there was a hit, it was like
Yes.
super exaggerated.
Yes. No, there are some times where it's just, I feel like the bat itself is mic'd up. I don't know if you've ever been to the Arizona Fall League, but it's the same way. Like, they don't mic it up, but just because there's nobody in the stadium, the acoustics are incredible. And you take BP video and you get it on Twitter, and someone will say, "Oh my God, that's one of those guys with the sound." You can just tell the sound is different. It's like, no, it's just because it's really empty in here and everybody sounds like Babe Ruth.
I wanted to go to the Arizona Fall League this year.
It is, I'll do my commercial for it, the single best experience. Like, if I could make the Fall League all year, I would. It's the best. The weather during that time is amazing. It's like, mid 80s if you do it real at the right time. No humidity. It's all prospects all the time. The stadiums are gorgeous. They're all within an hour of each other. I mean, if you've never been to Salt River Field, you're doing yourself a disservice.
Actually went to a car show in the McDonald's parking lot outside of it just last summer.
That's funny, because every time I go there, I feel like there's a car show in that dang parking lot.
I think they have it like every Tuesday night or something.
I feel like, yeah, that's about right. It's like, how many times can you show these cars? We get it. You have Mustangs. And like Model Ts, and that's the end of my car knowledge.
Some guy was really nice. He let my son sit in his car. I'm like, that seems like a bad idea because this kid's like 3 years old. I wouldn't do that for you, but
I don't even like me sitting in my car. I'm 35 and have a Ford Focus.
Miguel. Yeah, I don't know how to say this guy's last name. Yajuri? Yajuri? He's in.
Come on, he pitched for your... Oh, sorry, buddy. He pitched for your Trenton Thunder last year.
He is in for Schmidt. We've got one out in the top of the eighth. And Bobby Witt Jr. is on first. Nick Prado's up at the plate.
Max, don't do that on screen. That's unsettling.
Still tied at one.
A pitching duel, huh?
He hit it just out in front of the plate, and Bobby Witt Jr. got thrown out at second base. 2 outs on top of the eighth. Nick Heath strikes out to end the inning. Today's not the day.
Yajuri's good. That's a good little pitching prospect. I believe he's at the Yankees alternate site. Yeah, because he's on the 40-man.
Kowar still in the game, 10 Ks.
Good for Jackson.
This thing might go into extras.
Ooh.
We do not have the wild extra inning rule in this league.
I don't mind the extra inning rule. The only time is like when I'm watching a minor game, I forget about it. Oh, I'll take it on second base. Oh yeah, minor leagues. Mm-hmm. And I know that game has saved me from at least one rain delay. That rule has saved me from at least one rain delay. Which, thank you.
We might not need to worry about it because Caden Smith just hit his second home run of the game.
Walked it off.
404 feet to deep right center field. Bottom of the eighth. So.
We don't need to stop worrying about. It's over?
No, bottom of the eighth. So.
Okay. I was say we still can worry about extra innings.
We'll see.
Good for Caden Smith. Was that off Kowar?
Yep. So you're gonna let Kowar keep going. Got another strikeout. He's only up to 91 pitches with 11 strikeouts. 11 strikeouts, no walks. We've had a lot of no walk games. I wonder if that's just because there's so many young guys.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Lower eye. That would be my guess.
That makes sense with the rosters you named. So they're really young.
So the Yankees have Michael King coming in to try to close it out.
Oh, guy who's in the big leagues right now.
Facing Khalil Lee to start it off. Smith has 14 saves already.
Wait, what?
Smith has 14 saves in the league.
Which Smith?
Michael King.
King.
Michael King. Too many Smiths on this team.
I was gonna say, which Smith are we talking about?
And he walked Khalil Lee, so I assume Khalil Lee is going to be going.
Yeah, your catcher's got to be on point. Anthony Siegler's going to have to be uh, prepared.
He was going, but grounder to short. So Lee makes it to second, but I think it's first out. Brewer Hicklin drives one to right field. Diving catch. Out and right for out number 2.
Is that Cabello out in right field?
No, Cannon Smith. This guy's all over the place.
Cannon Smith going to take the championship belt home today.
All right, 2 outs for the Royals. MJ Melendez, their last hope.
It's a guy named King versus the Royals. All right.
Oh my God! Melendez hit one 460 feet to dead center.
That's not a walk-off.
Nope, that ties it up.
Wait, no. Does it tie it up? I thought it...
Yeah, 2-run home run.
It's okay.
Top 9, still 3-3.
You jinxed it. You, even in an OOTP, can't do that.
It was all my fault. We could have been out of here, but no.
On the freeway on the way home, fireworks going off. You don't want to watch them. No.
Well, that's what I did last year. My wife and I went to game 162 between the Mets and Braves. Braves had the lead. Right, Braves had the lead. Yeah, I think they were up 1 or 2. I believe the Braves were bringing in Jerry Blevins, and I was like, you know what? Let's get out of here, because they're going to blow this. And I think while we were walking to the car, Dom Smith hit his walk-off home run.
So are you a Mets guy?
I'm a Braves guy.
Oh, okay.
Which, as someone from New Jersey, I know, quite awkward.
Braves Nation is legion.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Thank you, TBS.
Yep. Oh no, that was my first taste of baseball. Really, was either Cubs or Braves or Mariners in the Northwest.
Kowar still going.
Dang, Jackson.
11 Ks. I think he just threw his 100th pitch. Now we're going to extras. So actually, early last week, we put out the patch that had the 60-game season, and we included the extra inning rule with the runner on second.
Oh, so we do have the extra inning rule.
We have it in. It's in the game now, so if you want to play with it on, you could do that, but not in this league. Jefferson Jim wants to know where in Oregon. If you're willing to give that information up.
I'm not there now, so it's not really a matter of security. But I was raised in Portland and then went to school in Eugene.
Go Ducks.
Darn right.
Or Beavers.
No, absolutely not.
Alberto Abreu coming in to pitch for the Yankees. Whoever was just in just walked Bobby Witt Jr., so they got to run on first. No, Alex, we did not include the extra inning rule. Which we probably should have, being if these are prospects, and if there was a fall league, they would use the extra inning rule.
Yes, they would.
All right. The Royals don't score in the top of the 10th. So, finally, they pulled Kowar out. Daniel Teo.
Nice, nasty left-hander.
Coming in. A lot of lefties on this Yankees team.
Teo is the Royals, though.
Yeah. But I meant lefty batters, so he's going to face a bunch of guys. Let's see. Gets 2 outs real quick. Cannon Smith. Could he do it again?
Can't do it again.
Strikes out looking on 3 pitches. Oh no, Jefferson Jim in the chat is from Jefferson, outside Corvallis, and he says, "Go Beavs."
Well, you have to block him, right?
We could do that, right? I think he just won. Am I wrong? Did he just win? I think he may have just won the. He won the month of Baseball America.
Well, all right then. Well, he must have liked today's Mets action where we had David Peterson, a Duck, starting for the Mets, and Michael Conforto made a couple, catches that saved his bacon. So it was Ducks and Beavers living in harmony.
cats and dogs living together.
Absolutely cats and dogs.
Let's see. Runner on first, one down. Hicklin strikes out for out number 2. MJ Melendez, maybe he can do something big again.
There's a runner on first and 2 down?
Yeah.
Wait, how do we get a runner on first? Did
you walk him?
But no, where did the runner on second go?
No, we got no runner on second. We don't have the rule in here.
Oh, okay. You're right.
The rule is in it. If you want to start a league in Out of the Park 21 with a runner on second, you can.
Oh, you patched it. Okay, I was going to say, like, did he steal first? Did Germany Schaefer it? What happened here? Go from second to first?
Maybe there was a line drive to the first baseman or a one-hopper to the first baseman. He threw out the runner at third or something. Dude,
there's been so many weird quirks because of this rule. You got the rare 2-pitch inning. You have
the Dansby Swanson lead off the inning with an RBI single for the first time in baseball history.
Well, I mean, that's like normal by comparison, but a 2-pitch inning? Are you kidding? That's happened.
So did the guy get picked off, or was line out?
You could have a double play, line drive double play, and then a pop up or something like that. You could also have, in theory, have a 1-pitch inning if you walked a guy, you don't have to throw a pitch.
But does that count? Does that count towards his pitch count?
Nope. He doesn't have to throw it. It's just boom.
Okay, here we go. Daniel Teo made some problems. We got Anthony Sigler on third. Oswald Peraza at second. Estevan Florial at the plate with a 1 down and a 1-0 count. Something's about to happen. And of course, Florial just hits a little dribbler in front of the mound. You could also do it in 1 pitch with 2 intentional walks in a triple play. Thank you, Alex.
Yep. Well, you don't have to do you don't have to do 2. You can just do 1.
Yeah, you just have to do 1. Alex, come on. And then he gets Osvaldo Cabrera to ground at the short in the inning. Top of the 12th. This game may last forever. Though we just had our wild pitch last inning, so hopefully we're good with that for today. Kyle Isbell up for the Royals with the 1 down. He hits a single, so maybe we're getting something going now. Albert Abreu still in for the Yankees, up to 35 pitches already. Bobby Witt Jr., who's been struggling all season, flies out to center. TJ Sycamore.
Yep. Their high draft pick, I want to say their second round draft pick last year.
He's coming in. And he gets Prado to pop out. Okay, come on, Yankees. I shouldn't be rooting for a team, but hard-hitting Chris Gittens up. He's going to face Jonathan Bowman. Maybe 1 swing ends it. Come on. Grounded short. Oh, you know, when I told you this was going to be about 45 to 60 minutes, I was not expecting an extra inning thriller here at Yankee Stadium. Josh Smith walks. Ezekiel Duran up. He also walks. Runners on first and second for the Yankees. 1 down. Kanan Smith up. This is where Kanan Smith walks it off for his third home run. I feel it.
Yes.
Nope, they walk him. He just walked the bases loaded. Yeah, that probably wasn't a great idea. Antonio Cabello up. Infield's in. Bases are loaded. 1 down. And he lines back to the mound for out number 2. All right. Anthony Siegler, number 9 batter. Strikes out looking. How do you strike out looking with the bases loaded? Get the bat off your shoulder. All right. Nick Heath leading off the top of the 13th.
Oh, my goodness.
Strikes out. Clearly strikes out. Kelvin Gutierrez not going to be striking out. Hits a fly ball to deep right. It's back. Warning track. Caught.
Ay,
ay, ay.
It is high. It is far. It is caught.
Oh my god. I've watched too many Yankee games. I don't know why I would have been watching it with the radio on. Cause I definitely remember a John Sterling call. I think it was Hideki Matsui hit one. It's like, it is high, it is far, it is caught by the right fielder. Guy wasn't even at the track. He was like in, like pretty far.
Yeah.
I was like, you really got fooled on this one, didn't you?
That's not the one I thought you were going to mention.
Osvaldo Peraza with a single. And John Sterling's he's a gift.
Mm-hmm.
All right, wild pitch. I knew there was going to be another wild pitch. Oswald Peraza down to second. Estevan Florial with another chance to do something with no outs.
Come on, Stevie Flowers. Let's do it.
Oh, he got all of this one. And caught at the wall. Well,
We playing polo grounds now?
I definitely thought it was gone. 100 mile exit velocity. Just couldn't get it. But Peraza does tag up and move to third.
One out.
Let's see. Can Oswaldo drive in Oswald? One out. Infield's in. And a grounder back to the shortstop. What the clutch rating on these guys? All right, Chris Gittens. Now he's got 2 outs.
Come on, Chris Gittens. You're 26 years old.
You're 0 for 4. You got intentionally walked. All right, Josh Smith. Your turn.
College bred. Come on.
Grounded to short. Or grounded to second, and he just touched second base in the inning. Oh my god. Deadlocked at 3.
14th now?
Yep. And you know what's the worst part? Is that I know JJ's dog has to go to the bathroom.
No, he's curled up right next to me. He's very clingy. And the thing is, I don't think this dog knows how to tell you he needs to go.
Oh, that's not good. Brewer Hickman gets an infield single to lead off the inning. Melendez then strikes out. Not good. Hickman steals second base. So runner on second. Jason Guzman up. Jeiston. Hits a little looper right into the shift for out number 2.
Come on, guys.
Isbell strikes out swinging. All right, Ezekiel Duran. 40 power, but I believe in him.
40 power.
Grounder to third. On the 20-80 scale.
Right.
John Heasley coming in for the Royals. Kanan Smith. This is it. This is the time. I believe.
What is he like? This is like his 9th at bat.
It's got to be at least 7. Strikes out swinging. Kanan Smith.
Kanan wasn't able.
Oh my God! Don't tell John Sterling that, or Michael Kay for that matter. Kanan Smith. That was his 6th at bat, or 6th plate appearance, I should say. 2-2 count to Cabello with 2 outs. Another fly ball hit pretty deep, but couldn't be caught by the center fielder. To the 15th. Bobby Wood Jr. and his .179 average. He does have 8 home runs, so maybe we see something here.
Maybe
we see a grounder to the second baseman for the first out of the inning.
Jeez.
Nick Prado. Yankees got a lot of lefties in their bullpen too. Nick Prado.
Blame the guy who put them together. So, got a lot of lefties in their bull. How is that possible? They don't have a lot of lefties in their system.
Maybe you just felt they needed more lefties.
Weird.
All right. Nope. Don't know how to say that name. Yoe Andries
Yoendris Gomez, my boy.
He's coming in.
Good.
Nick Heath on first. I assume that won't be for long.
How did he get there?
I mean, you're asking a lot of questions. How did he get there? He hit a single. And now he's still second base.
That's as well he should.
All right. Khalil Lee, 0-2 count. Or 1-2 count. Lines past the third baseman. Heath's going to try to score.
He had best.
He scores. RBI single for Keith Khalil Lee.
4-3 Casey. Heath doesn't score from second on a single. Something wrong.
And then we get a little single from whoever that just was. Khalil Lee goes to third. Gutierrez with a single. All right, first and third. Brewer Hickman up with 2 down. And kickoff. Whoa. We just had, I've never seen that in this game. We just had the classic Yadier Molina back pick.
A back pick? Okay.
The catcher picked off the guy at first base.
There's another game I was playing. I guess we found a glitch where they picked it and it went to the dugout and bounced back, and the guy was safe by 40 feet, but they called him out. It was one of the weirdest glitches I've ever seen in a video game.
All right. Oswald Peraza flies out. All right, that's out number 2. Siegler struck out. All right, 2 down. Estevan Florial. Hopefully won't hit a home run so we can get out of here.
I don't like that look.
A solid line drive to center, but it's going to be caught out there to end the game. Kansas City wins.
The
A
Royals
close one.
are triumphant.
Whew, that was a game.
Your first extra inning?
I think that was our first extra inning game. I could be wrong.
I may have to charge JJ overtime for that.
Maybe we came close. Jackson Kowar, player of the game. 9 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 11 Ks, no walks. Clark Schmidt also pitched good, 7 1/3, 2 hits, 1 earned, 2 walks, 5 Ks. King gets the blown save. Sycamore gets the loss. Heasley gets the win. He's 1-2 on the season. Hitchland had a double. Melendez hit a home run. Kane and Smith hit 2 home runs. That was it. Those were all the extra base hits.
Nice.
Only a total of 13 hits between them. Oh, geez. How many left on base? 16 left on base for the Yankees. 15 for the Kansas City Royals. Corner painter. 102 pitches for Jackson Kowar. All right. That's going to do it. Do you have anything else you want to plug, Josh?
I'm just to go back to what I plugged earlier was the mid-season top 30s. That was our big project. We're going to have some stories next week since there's no minor league season. We're still doing best tools, though. We do a celebration of the fastball. Can guys throw harder than they're currently throwing? I do a story on the strategy of forcing fastballs up, coupled with breaking pitches down. There's some stories in there about Jack Flaherty and how he was projectable and got the velocity he was projected to get. It's going to be a good couple weeks at BA, and I'm sure there will be news breaking in between there, if only because JJ is on vacation. Yeah. So
he's been tweeting up a storm though, which is funny. So.
Oh yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, and if you haven't already, you can sign up for a Baseball America membership by going to baseballamerica.com/sign-up. For as low as $6.25 a month, if you want to do that. Make sure you also subscribe to the Baseball America podcast. Kyle Glazer has the smoothest voice in podcasting.
Which is amazing because off mic, it's like Bobcat Goldthwait.
I put that thing on. I put it on. He starts talking, and my whole body's just like, oh, so relaxed.
Oh, you were the one who tweeted that. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, what else? Yeah. So make sure you're following Josh on Twitter, jnorris427. Also Baseball America. Is that Baseball America? Keeps it easy. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Really do appreciate it. I guess JJ will be back maybe next week.
Yeah, he'll be back next week
for the next one. Yeah, that'll do it for us tonight. Make sure you head over to twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. Hit the follow button and turn those notifications on because we got streams of Out of the Park Baseball every night except Wednesdays, I think. And I think that's going to change soon because I think maybe that's when the Reds franchise is going to go. But that would be an Alex question. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you again next week. Take it easy, folks.